All right, so I've done a little bit more coverage here. I could probably do a little bit right there. I'm just coming back up over the ears here, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. So when I get around the ears, I actually like to take wool and go kind of sideways and just wrap around the ear. And you can actually lay your project down to work on your ears like that. You know, just kind of at this awkward angle, just so I can show you. So yeah, I kind of go sideways with my fibers along where the ear is attached, and then bring it around. And then I take a bit more, like vertical fibers, and I go over the top of the ear. Like that. And then, you know, I'll lay it down for safety. I don't poke my fingers. And now I'm going to felt those down on the inside of the ear. And go along the back. And felting down those fibers. And we'll do the other one. Ugh. Where did our music go? Let's see. There we go. A little bit of music. And you can felt to the beat. My personal choice is rock and roll. If I really want to get a project done, I just put on some rock music. Anyway, so I'm doing the same thing. I'm wrapping the wool around the ears, and then I'm felting that wool down, really lightly felting. You don't have to, you know, be too harsh about, you know, making it really tightly felted. And then I'm going to go over the top, same thing, and fold it over the top of the ear, and then felt that down. Kind of pull the fibers in towards the center of the ear. There we go. And so this ear has gotten a little bit rounder at the top. Can you see that? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pinch the ear between my fingers as I'm felting the tip of it. And then it comes out a little bit more like, oh, it's this one over here, this pointed one. That's the one I just did. So I'm going to do that one to this ear as well. Squeeze the little tip of the ear and then felt in between my fingers and see what shape my ear comes out. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to cover the rest of the unicorn's head. So again, like just thin layers. And go on the forehead in between the ears and add some color there. And then down the nose in between the eyes. Down. A little more. So I'm going to kind of go around the eyes where I've got them placed here. Some behind my ear here. thing with it is if you put too much color on at once, it's too much to felt down, and it gets lumpy, and there's lines, and it's just too much to handle. So that's why I'm really into the just little bits of felt at a time. And of course that becomes very important with blending as well. Thinking about, you know, what you want, what colors you want to come through the felt, different layers. So one thing I'm doing here is, you know, throughout my project is I'm turning my project a lot and making sure that, you know, I'm working on each side of it evenly. So you just got a little bit of the head left to do here. And maybe a little bit in between these ears. And so what I have to offer people with this video are kits, felting kits that they have a needle, they have the wool, and they have the tea light, and they have the toothpick actually. So I have different kits for different projects. They're on my Etsy page, which is called Medicine Friends. And you can also find me on my website at medicinehoop.org. So I have information there. I have a little blog. I have some info about some of the felting that I've done, and just about my business. You know, I really love people to create things, to bring them joy, whether it's an art project or a dance or some hula hooping or whatever it is they want to do. I want to help them make that happen if I can. So that's where you can find my work, is on that website, medicinehoop.org, and you can also find me on Facebook, Jen Cookson, Jennifer Raven Cookson. You can also find a lot of my felting projects on Instagram. Same name, Jennifer Raven Cookson. And so if you're looking for some little bit of cabin life, a little bit of goofiness, you could come and play with me on Instagram, because that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit more on the nose here, and I'm working around these eyes. I actually like my little black eyes. Your eyes might be a different color. They might be blue. They might be green. They might be yellow. And then the nose, you just want to kind of, you know, bring the fibers that are hanging down, just bring them underneath the nose in that direction, and it kind of gives the nose a nice shape. Just thought I would pause that music and maybe move it along a little bit. Okay. Anyway, we're good with that music. So, let's see. Got a little spot of wood or something in there, so I'm going to pull that out. Oh yeah, now here we've got a big bare spot that we need to cover. Okay, so I'm going to pause it again and just kind of finish my work here, covering up some of my thinner places, keeping in mind that I want it not to be too solid colored. I want the white to show through, because that's where the light is going to come through the wool. Okay, I'll be back.